Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regular council meeting of March 13th, 2023. Just so everyone knows, the meeting is being recorded and it will be published on the City of Toronto YouTube site. The first item up for adoption is the adoption of the minutes. There's two sets of minutes tonight. We have the Governance and Operations Committee meeting from February 27th, 2023. And we also have the regular council meeting from February 27th, 2023. The recommendation is before council. Is there someone who would like to make that motion, please? Councillor Martin and Councillor Butler. All those in favor? Thank you, carried unanimously. Next item on the agenda is the public question period. Is there anyone in the chambers that would like to ask a question? No? Oh.
Marty, Fourth Avenue. Yeah, I just wondered why the corporate administrator has the authority to decide what goes on the agenda or not. When someone from the public wants to put something on the agenda and they tell them no, can you tell me why that is?
I'll pass it over to the.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So under council's procedure bylaw, it does set out how delegations are received by council.
Mm-hmm.
So my role as the corporate officer or my office, so it could also be my designate, is tasked with receiving requests from the public for presentations before council. We consider whether or not the information to be put forward is pertinent to municipal business, for which type of meeting it might be most appropriate, whether it be a governance and operations or a regular council meeting, or perhaps even a closed meeting, depending on the circumstances. And we will then do scheduling from there. If it is determined that a delegation isn't going to be permitted because it falls outside the realm of municipal business or for whatever reason, that is communicated through to the person making the request. And as part of that, the corporate officer will alert all of council that the request has been made and provide the information to them under separate cover.
Okay, could you tell me why you have told Mr. Brown that the 15-minute city falls outside of council business, or how does that fall outside council business? Like, why can't that be on the agenda when the city signed up for it?
We're not actively engaged in the 15-minute, any of the 15-minute planning activities.
But it's been signed on to in 2018.
Completely different.
Pardon?
It's completely different, what you're referring to.
Completely different? What do you mean?
Well, smart cities had to do with the app that was being designed. It has nothing to do with the topic that Mr. Brown raised.
That's not really a satisfactory answer, but we should be able to speak about it. We should be able to get it on the agenda at some point. If you're like, yeah, that just doesn't make sense to me. If the city, if the local board, sorry?
But the decision has been made and we're not here to argue, we're just here to take your question.
It's not arguing, we're
And it's been
discussing.
answered.
We're
Thank
just
you.
discussing. It's not arguing. When you're asking questions, it's a public meeting, so I'm not arguing, I'm just asking questions. So is there another type of meeting then that it can be put on?
There's no other type of meeting.
Well, she just said there's other,
That would have the topic that Mr. Brown is going to discuss has nothing to do with the city of Toronto. So there's really not a good use of public time or council's time to discuss it.
oh, but you can talk about menstrual periods and, bring that on the agenda?
That's a proclamation to keep.
Well, same, it's
It's
still taking up
different.
your
It's
time.
different.
So is there a chance that this,
I would say no.
can I ask the mayor then, is there a chance that we can meet, have a separate meeting, some of the citizens of the trail, and discuss this? Something that's been signed on to by the previous mayor?
But it's not, I mean, it's not this term, so,
I know it's not, but you were there. You were there, Mr. Butler was there. You signed on to it, so can it not be discussed at some sort of
We're talking
meeting?
about two different things.
What do you mean?
So what you are applying, or what is being implied,
Yeah,
has nothing to do with the Smart Cities Act.
no, I think you're wrong about that. It's all online. We've seen it online. Well, okay, so then we differ. We think differently, so we should be able to have a chance to discuss it with the mayor and the council then. At a separate meeting.
I just,
You don't have to be there if you don't want to. Not inviting you.
yes, please, thank you.
You're certainly welcome to submit any further information that you want to be provided to council. You could do it through my office and it will be provided out to all of them. I had on an email to Mr. Brown, copy of mayor and council, so you would have all of those emails if you wanted to reach out to them directly. But in the absence of being permitted to present as a delegation, your opportunity to address council will be through written correspondence.
Not very satisfactory, is it? Well,
Okay, item number 3 is communications. We have 2 proclamations before you. Excuse me. The first one is the GPS CIDP Awareness Month, and the second one is the Trail Smokeaters World Championship Teams Day. And the recommendation is before you, and can someone from council please make that motion?
so moved.
Councilor Butler, Councilor Wilson, all those in favor? Thank you. Carried unanimously. Okay, so we're on to council committee reports. Councilor Benson is up first.
No update from me, your worship. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Butler.
Thank you, Mayor Jones. On behalf of council, I attended the following. On the 1st of March, I attended the Tanaha Basket Treaty Advisory Meeting. On the 3rd, along with Councilor Hanson, we attended the Downtown Improvement Committee meeting. Also on the 3rd, I attended an appreciation meetup with the Murphy Foundation, and thank them for their recent donation to both the city and to the local area schools. On the 6th, I attended the TCAT monthly meeting. And lastly, on the 9th, along with Sergeant Sinowich, I attended Roof at the Bailey. And Roof was a one-person play, lasted 2.5 hours. It was about stigma and homelessness, followed by a talk back after the show. And TCAT was on hand, handing out naloxone kits. I thank TCAT and the Trail Arts Council for trying to bring awareness to the relevant and current subjects, while also educating. That is my report, Mayor Jones.
Thank you, Councilor Butler. Any questions or comments for Councilor Butler? Okay. Councilor Cashel.
I have nothing to report at this time, Mayor Jones. Thank you.
Councilor Hanson, sense of regrets. Councilor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor Jones. Last week, along with Councilors Cashel, yourself, and Wilson, we attended the Local Government Leadership Academy, which we were able to get some good information, some good sessions for newly elected officials and some returning officials. So that was appreciated to be able to go to that. Also attended the TCAT meeting that Councilor Butler referred to. That's it for my report.
Thank you, Councilor Martin. Any questions or comments for Councilor Martin? Councilor Wilson.
Nothing to report, Your Worship. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And actually, my report is very, very small. I too went to the LGLA workshop convention conference with the other councillors. Just busy, you know, connecting with members of the community, you know, for that shelter project. Yeah, it's been busy, but no official meetings to report from, so that's my report. Thank you. So, item number 5 is the consent agenda. And is there, anything under the consent agenda that council wishes to discuss?
I would, Your Worship.
Councilor Benson?
I'm hoping to pull 5.2 out for discussion.
Okay, thank you. So I'll get the council to receive item 5.1 on the agenda. Thank you, Councilor Butler, Councilor Wilson. All those in favor? Very unanimously. Okay, and Councilor Benson, did you want to speak about 5.2?
Yes, please. Thanks, Your Worship. I was just, I really appreciated the letter from the BC Farmers Market, especially with the nutrition coupon program. And given the information that we received from Mrs. Rackison at our February 27th GOC meeting, I was hoping we could direct staff to author a thank you note. It was one of their asks in their letter, a thank you note to BC Minister of Health, Adrian Dix, on how this coupon program has been successful in Trail.
Thank you, Councilor Benson. So did you want to make that motion?
Yes, please. Do you want me to repeat that, Ms. McIsaac?
I thought you were going to add to your directing staff to prepare a thank you letter to the Minister of Health, the Honorable Dix.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Councilor Butler seconded. So all those in favor? Thank you. Carried unanimously. Any new business from council? Seeing none, we'll move on to department reports. And the recommendation is before you. Can I have someone to make that recommendation, please? Councilor Butler and Councilor Martin. All those in favor? We'll carry it unanimously. Thank you. Your last item on the agenda is adjournment. Councilor Cashwell and Councilor Martin. Thank you.
Thank you.